All right, my friends, how are you today? Aaron here bringing you your horoscope for Sunday, Funday, the 24th of January, 2021. All right, now like I talked about yesterday, before I get into the astrology, this is about the soul tribe, right? This is connecting people together. We have all this Aquarian energy. We've got the sun, we've got Mercury, we've got Saturn, we've got Jupiter, all in the sign of Aquarius. That's connecting tissue, the water in the air that allows electricity to flow, right? And we have the moon down in Gemini. So this is about being social, connecting people, connecting our soul tribe. So what I'm going to do today, before I get into the Sunday Funday astrology, is share with you a couple cool people that you might like. One is my friend Christina Walsh. All right, Christina's Awakened Wellness. She is amazing. She's a fellow Michigander. Her YouTube channel, she is so great, y'all. She has so many good videos up here. Okay. And she comes from she does a spiritual coaching, life coaching, comes from a very authentic place, very vulnerable and open and honest. And I love the way that she shares and communicates the stuff. All right. Next, I don't know about you, but Reese's peanut butter cups are kind of my thing. Now, of course, this isn't paid advertisement. This is just me connecting other people. This is called Nakee butter. All right. Let me show you this here. I'll show you it here. Boop. Nakee butter. All right, MCT oils, 10 grams of protein, dairy-free, gluten-free. Some of my friends make this stuff. Evan and Stephanie make this stuff. This is like a Reese's peanut butter cup without all the sugar and all the crap in the form of peanut butter. All right, this thing is amazing. Absolutely amazing. So if you're a fan of cacao and peanut butter and just healthy living, plant-based foods and stuff, it's incredible. Honestly, I was blown away. Good people, good people. All right, let's get into the astrology. All right, so we've got the moon connected to the north node today at 1 p.m. Okay, now if we look, there's a lot going on with the north node right now. Okay, always in opposition. Well, this is the moon opposite to the south node. Okay, the moon is, the north node and the moon creating the quintile over here to Venus. This is an aspect they don't see each other. The sesqui-square over here to Saturn and the sun, they don't see each other. Okay, but we do have a trine starting with Mercury. Okay, this is part of this communication with the group, communication with our friends, communication with the high-minded individuals, the soul tribe family. All right, and this is us communicating and hashing things out because Mercury here, or the moon, conjunct the north node in Mercury's ruling sign of Gemini. Okay, this is again looking at both sides of the coin, the yin, the yang, and something about that which is fascinating. You know, we so oftentimes associate, you know, like the white piece with good and the black with bad, or whatever. We can flip it. It doesn't matter. You know, like, but a negative and a positive. But it's like, you know, it's like in the center of the white yin yang there's the black, you know, dot, and in the center of the black there's the white. You know, it's just like they're both incomplete without the other. You know, and in the sense of like the checkerboard game, you know, the red and black squares or white and black squares, whatever it is, there's not a good or bad of contrast. It's just the game, right? It's just the board. And it's our own perception. It's our own concept that we're projecting onto situations that say good or bad. I can personally attest in my life, the worst things that have happened to me have been the biggest blessings in my entire life. And they've put me on a path that just wouldn't have existed unless those terribly bad things had happened. So it's hard for me to call those things very bad. All right, so this could be potentially us communicating with our group of people and hashing out, looking at the left, looking at the right, not talking about politics, but you can talk about whatever you want, but looking at both sides of the coin and figuring out exactly what it is, or finding the silver lining. You know, there's always a silver lining in something. And the Aquarian energy is a forward-thinking energy. You know, it's fixed energy as well. Let's add that. You know, this is like staying even-keeled. Okay, so our sun is in fixed energy, Mercury's in fixed energy, Saturn, Jupiter. Okay, Jupiter creating a septile over to the south node. And we talked about this the other day. This is this great releasing of concepts, releasing of ideas. And Jupiter says, we're going here. We're going in this direction of the future. Okay, you know, it's like an interesting way to look at this is like Shakespeare, the the brilliance of Shakespeare will never be denoted. However, we don't speak thee, thy, we don't speak that way anymore. Things change. And in the South Node being in the sign of Sagittarius, this is philosophies change, religious ideologies change, education changes. Like if you have kids and because you're doing Common Core math, like Common Core math is so weird to me. It's like it's the same math, but it's like the way that you get from A to B is completely different now. Anyway, so it's like things change and we just have to kind of go with the flow of those things. And that's why the North Node in the mutable sign of Gemini, the moon in the mutable sign of Gemini, this is saying we go with the flow. We go with the flow of things. We go with the change. The only thing, the inevitability, the only thing constant is change, right? And we have all of this energy saying new, rebellious, new, radical energy in the sign of Aquarius. Okay, so we have this go with change, create change, be the rebel, think outside the box, think outside the rectangle, and do you. Follow your own heart, follow your own, and communicate. This is a great time to just communicate, open up groups, and discussing with one another what it is that's going on in our lives. And sometimes just that talking about things, sometimes just speaking it aloud, gives ourselves the own perspective that we kind of needed, right? And then, so like I said, we've got this Mercury starting to trine the moon here. And it's not until 2 o'clock in the morning on the 25th. So for my friends over in LA, you see it's 23, 52, 24, whatever. So just around 2 o'clock in the morning. So that's, 11 p.m. for my friends out there. So this is, again, this Sunday night is a great time, and this is insight. Like if you sit down and meditate, this is definitely this wild time right now that insight is going to be coming in, okay? And we cannot neglect this Venus and Pluto coming into a conjunction here, only 4 degrees apart, and this week it's going to intensify and continue. As this energy is very much, it's like energy we talked about 2019, all of 2020, it's the discipline in ourself, okay? Because when Venus leaves, only Pluto's left. All this Capricorn energy that we've had the past couple of years just kind of dissipates. So Venus is the last one there saying boundaries, structure, order. In this conjunction of Pluto creating the quintile to Chiron in Aries and the North Node as well. Coming back to the chart here, again, this is a creative energy saying like, look, how do I govern myself? Do I value myself? Do I value my body? Do I value my appearance, my physical appearance? Am I doing the work when I get up? Do I sit down? Do I meditate when I get up in the morning? Do I exercise? Do I drink a gallon of water or a fresh celery juice? And this is, if we change Pluto, change transformation, how we structure ourselves, Capricorn, and what we value, of course, ourselves, of the body temple, valuing our body temple here, and that's this connection here to Chiron. Okay, this is self. Okay, so it's like the work that we're putting in affects self. And not only that, the meditation, the yoga, the exercise that we're doing has a healing effect on self, but it has an effect on our mentality, which is extremely important, or even breath workshops, deep breathing. You spend 10 minutes a day doing some Wim Hof breath or just some nice breathing. I've got a couple here on my meditation playlist that I've created myself. So, breathe with me and then be surprised at how much that oxygen to the brain just changes how we think, right? And since we have the moon and the North Node and the place of where we think, we've got its ruling planet Mercury up in Aquarius saying we've got to be forward thinking. We have to think, again, outside the box and do something different. Not saying that our life wasn't working before, but it's always, there's incremental changes, incremental steps, We're constantly expanding. We're perfect, yet ever-expanding beings in a perfect, yet ever-expanding world, in a perfect, yet ever-expanding universe. How fun is that? Have a happiest Sunday fun day, my friends. I love you. I wish you enough. And we will see you tomorrow.